Welcome to the Geopolitical Dispatch. I'm going to speak very uh, unfiltered. I'm going to speak on the agenda that matter to India, that matter to our people and the growth of India. Now, I want to start this channel. The main reason to start this channel to give an understanding and education to our people why we should counter the narrative of the Western media. Now, why we have to counter this narrative? I tell you. So India is growing very fast. We are almost 4 trillion economy and soon to be fourth biggest economy in the world, overtaking Japan in any month now, and soon to be third biggest economy. Now, if you have seen the reaction of India rise from last 5 to 10 years, it's very you know pushing back, right? In agenda. So we need to understand how how these countries are funding these news channels, industries are funding these news channels to create a negative image of India, Indian people, Indian civilization, Indian food, everything bad about India. Now, why they are doing this? Is this a coincidence? Do they hate us? Not necessarily. So why they are doing it? They're trying to educate and want to give this image to the world that India is a certain kind of place, right? Dirty, uneducated, no standard, low quality things, etc. Now, who all are behind this? Who are the major country who is doing all this? Now, let me tell you, it was always BBC, UK. They never wanted to see India to rise and become as powerful as they are. We are actually ahead of them now, so there's no point, but they have not stopped. Now you have seen a pattern, right? The BBC kind of pattern happening all over. Now you can see the same pattern in the Germany. If you have lately watched the DW news, you could completely understand what kind of narrative they are creating. As you can understand that we have very growing partnership with the Germany from last few decades. Our industry, academia, all are collaborating together, and we are building a great future together. So why they are doing it? Is there any reason for them to kind of portray some bad image, like image about certain type of kind of framing and boxing about our political parties, right? Our civilization. Uh, they will always portray our slums, right, in their writing. They always show certain types of faces in their this visual representation. Why they are doing it? They are actually portraying this as India. Okay. Now, apart from Germany, who are other countries who try to do this kind of you know negative portraying of India? So the other countries, if I can highlight to you, USA, they have New York Times is famously known for this, right? If you have been following New York Times, you could completely understand. When we had kind of success in this space, they have shown us as cowherds kind of people and knocking to the LA door. You might have seen this cartoon, and it was kind of, we have given a lot of pushback, but still the kind of visualization that they're giving to the India and the people of India, this great civilization, it's not something we should take lightly. Now, who are the other countries and other emerging powers who are trying to give certain kind of branding to India? The other example is Qatar, uh, you know, founded by Jazeera. It's such a channel which will show you all the negativity about India. I'm like, this tiny country does not cannot even exist without the help of India. right? They are portraying, kind of certain, image of India. Now, if I talk about Turkey, is another example, an emerging example. If you've seen TRT World over last decade or so, I don't know if you guys are following on this. Please keep a close watch on these networks. What kind of portraying of Indian people, civilization, cities, right? How they are representing us. They are representing a very, very poor life, extremely poor life. I was so astonished to watch the kind of negation that they are doing about our industries, our people, our culture, our food. They kind of showcase some bloggers who have went to some kind of dirtiest place to India, maybe if there is one, and they are showing maybe it's a paid thing. They are showing some really, really bad side of it. Uh, People are coming here, taking pictures of streets and kind of the garbage, and then putting it online. Why they're doing this, right? And it's not about we are covering all this in local media as well, but why these international network? Do we cover these kind of thing about Turkey, about Germany, about USA? So why we are not doing this? This is the biggest part. So now what we have to understand that these countries will try to portray a certain type of image. Now let me cover one more country here. That is China. China have recently, and if you have South China Post, right? Have you seen, and the other ones which are actually trying to portray India in a very bad light. They have just developed in last 15, 20 years. These guys have to say a lot of bad thing about us. Just think about these ASEAN countries. They were nothing before 20 years back, 20, 30 years back. Now these countries have started, telling India about this and that. So you can imagine that they all, you know, have some kind of jealousy, some kind of grudges of the India growth. And it will continue, it will, multiply. And as we progress, they are not going to be silent about it. They are going to be very bullish. And the thing that China is facing from the West, India will also face the certain challenges in 20, 30 years. So are we prepared? This thing we have to understand, the people have to understand, then only we create an ecosystem to counter this kind of narrative. And we can bring in the news from the country like USA. But first of all, and other countries. But first of all, we have to educate to the people what kind of narration they are doing and how we should counter this. This is very right now. Every country is putting a lot of money in this kind of warfare. Why they pay this? They are paid trolls who go there and do this trolling. Indians are pushing back, but are we educated enough? Are we knowing what the mindset they are coming in? How we can counter all this? So we will be covering all this and more. This is my first video. So if you like what I am about to say, what I am about to cover, please subscribe this. It's a geopolitical dispatch, and I will be bringing you a lot more very interesting stuff, which is very crucial for us. I will be talking about the geopolitics. I'll be talking about the industries, right? Culture, tradition, food. So I'll be covering a lot of things in coming segments, right? And I'll be disclosing all that, what kind of segment I'm going to create in coming days and months, right? But stay tuned, and please subscribe and like our channel, so it will motivate us to do more of this kind of video, more of bringing our community together and building a better future for us Indian. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good one. Bye bye.